Good afternoon, YouTube, and anybody that's watching. Thank you very much. Um, and thanks for the viewers that's watching this. I'm very happy that people are watching it. I had to change scarves because I had that scarf on since 2:30 this morning. I've been up. Well, the update is it's still January 4th, 2021, and the bottom line is I sat on this box. I'm going to show you this box. I sat on this box here for 5 hours from 8 until 1 o'clock. And my friends at the pharmacy said to me, why don't you come down and still get delivery, get some mail, do something. Have faith, you're going to be fine. You did everything perfect. You kept your word about January 4th, even though they harass you and bang on your door, open the damn door for the past 2 months. And so come down and get some air. So at 1 o'clock, I left a message. Nobody called. There's no paper saying we're going to do it, reschedule it for tomorrow. It was nothing. So I said, you're going to come up here and do a clipboard. Because I said I was willing to negotiate if they had to do some work, do one of the rooms so I could slam the door and I'll have to smell those fumes. And then the room where I sleep at, you're not touching. Just do one apartment, room part at a time in this apartment. And, well, all bets are off. 2 months I made this appointment with Wavecrest Management, who's working with NYCHA. I showed you that paper. I believe I showed you the paper yesterday that they were working together, Wavecrest Management and NYCHA, Williamsburg. So both of them were very much aware of January 4th, today, 8 o'clock. When it got to be 9:30, I said I knew that they wasn't coming. Or they was going to come after lunch, which they usually do. And I wasn't going to have no work done then, because it's 4 o'clock now and they still would have been working if I let them do it after 1 o'clock. So the bottom line is they wasn't coming and everything. After all them banging on the door at 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:45, 8:30, for 2 months, didn't let me have a Thanksgiving or Christmas. And in the meantime, I'm getting up early in the morning trying to box things and do things. And there are days that I can't get out of bed because I am disabled and it's painful. My back is in pain. My stomach is bad. My kidneys are bad and everything. And I couldn't even go to the doctor because I was afraid they would do something, like bang on the door, try to get in or whatever. And that's no way to live. I'm part Irish and West Indian. I don't let people rule me. And I will fight you. I'm a coward, but I will fight you. And it was just, it got to the point that I did go out and I left a message saying tomorrow is a clipboard. I get to choose not only that you do a clipboard inspection, but also I get to choose what apartment I'm going to live in. I know those apartments are reserved for $2,000 or $3,000, $4,000 or whatever you want to do with it. I don't know. But only thing I know is that I know that I want to get in one of those apartments. I have a right. I was born and raised here. And I'm a legal tenant. Okay? And you don't get to decide anymore. The ball, I used to play tennis a long time ago. The ball is in my court. And everything, I get to decide. Even though I'm a resident, and a poor one at that, and disabled, I do get to decide. So the bottom line is there was no inspection. 5 hours sitting on this box. I'll show you the box. And nothing. So my friend said, come out, get some air. I did. And I just got back, and I wanted to change that scarf and my mask because it was hot. So anyway, I'm getting ready to sleep because I've been up since 2:30 and I've been upset and angry. I wanted to say this. In the 90s when they told residents in Williamsburg, and that's when it switched over from housing development, Williamsburg Housing Development, to HPD in the 90s, because it was claimed that the roof was bad on the top floor because it's only 4 floors, no elevator. Here, there's no elevators that I know of, but this complex. And to make a long story short, people had to leave the top floor. And she did. Me and my mom did. And she was a robust 160 pounds. She was a robust 160 pounds in her 60s. When she went in one of the first nasty apartments supposed to be renovated, she whittled, she just went down, withered down to 120. And when they did finish the apartment upstairs on the top floor, I mean, when they finished with the roofing, she can go back to her apartment. She said, I can't climb the stairs anymore. Maybe if I had my weight, I could, but she said she couldn't. So she had problems in that apartment. The lawyers for NYCHA said, well, why don't you let us come in if it's causing you to lose weight? Why don't you let us bust the walls open and make you feel better? My mother said a friend of hers that lived here, she's dead now, said that they did the same thing, said, let us bust the walls open and make you feel better. And she had sores all over her body. My mother said, that's not going to happen to me because I'm not going to allow them to do that. And so it didn't happen. And so she had to get a lawyer. And this lawyer is pivotal because years later, it's like 20-some years later, he was a supervisor over the lawyer that helped me to win the stay in here, that I had the succession rights, as they call it, remaining family member. It was just that Native American part about full circle, because he's the lawyer. He wasn't my lawyer, but he was a senior over the lawyer that did help me because I was disabled. It's kind of ironic. I saw him again after 20-some years. And then the last time he spoke to my mother was asking him questions, and that was in 2014. And he said, I don't have that record because she was being harassed and about going to Chelsea Additions nursing home. I mentioned that, and going to Bedford-Stuyvesant. He said, after 10 years, we don't keep records. I destroyed them. But fortunately, somehow some of the materials were found or whatever. But I'm not going to go into it. But the principle of the thing is that he talked to her 2014, and then she died 2015, and then 2016. The rest is history. I met the lawyer, and not knowing that I mentioned to the lawyer about what happened with my mom, and I told him the name of the person, and he said, that's my supervisor. I said, no kidding. And so that's come full circle. And actually, that supervisor over my lawyer that helped me years later, he's the one that helped my mother moved out and moved to this apartment in which she finally died. He had no way of knowing that this so-called renovated apartment here was going to end in her death years later when she moved in 2001. And she lived here from 2001 to 2015. And even with the emergency surgery she had in 2010, I had her for 5 years, and I had her for 5 years and she died. So that's the history. And it was found out later, this is pivotal too, it was found out later that the apartment where it was nasty roach doo-doo, rat doo-doo, and all of that, that wasn't the apartment she was supposed to be there temporarily. A woman lived there, didn't like where she lived at. She snuck out and went to the neighboring apartment that was cleaner. And that was the apartment my mother was supposed to have. But she found that out after she got the lawyer. And the nerve of the lawyers for NYCHA saying that we're going to bust the walls open and make you feel better, and we're going to make you do this because you sound like you sound crazy or something. That's what they said to my mother. My mother said, I'll show you IQ 165 and that Irish flavor she had. She will beat you up, verbally and otherwise. And so she got that lawyer that helped her to get here. But like I said, no one had no way of knowing that it would end in her death years later and everything. So the bottom line is that that's the history. And that's why more or less they want me out too, because I know the truth about the fact that she did get moved twice as a legal resident. So they are allowing people to move in temporary apartments, and then until their other apartment or the roof if you live on the top floor and you got to leave because they're going to do some roofing work, you can go back to your top floor apartment or apartments that need to be repaired. So she moved twice, but unfortunately it was bad both times, and she died, my mom. So I just want to be left alone. You know, my mother died. I haven't had a chance in 5 years to try to mourn her death. And I need to heal. And I'm not getting a chance to heal. I'm always on it. Have to be like a chess game, and I'm doing very well in chess, by the way. Chess game, but I wasn't even playing chess then. I was being 2 or 3 steps ahead of my opponent, and that's NYCHA, and surviving until I saw my lawyer. And then my lawyer made a recommendation of what to do with this intelligence I have and this ability to survive. And I say, it's just survival. I'm not that smart. I don't have my mother's IQ. But he said, you smart enough. You may be disabled, but you're smart enough. And that was a generous thing he said to me. So anyway, the bottom line is that I want to be left alone. I'm tired of fighting, but not tired enough to give up, because I will get to choose the apartment I want to live in. Since I went through all of this, 2 months of harassment, open the damn door, bang, bang, bang. Then you didn't come today. Not 8 o'clock, not 8:15, not 8:30, not 8:45, not 9 o'clock. That's the times, and even my Irish godmother heard a banging. She said, who is that? I said, it's them banging. They're going to bang on my door, not leave a note, have their morning coffee, and go on to work in this building. So that's what they do. And I don't think anybody, me or anybody else that is low income or disabled, should be treated with disrespect. But this is the way of the world. And it's even worse now with the economy bad due to the pandemic. So I'm not a politician. I'm not trying to, and I'm not a preacher. I'm none of those things. I'm a coward. But I fight when I need to. And it's just got to the point that I try to laugh it off, because I cried so much that it's salt coming down. It's not even tears anymore. But I know that I'm going to make it. And I'm hoping that somebody see the video. That's the only reason I did it. See the videos, a lawyer, a social worker, somebody will come forth and pro bono, or somebody will help me to get this thing resolved. That's the only reason I'm doing this video. And once I get things accomplished, I'll let you know. And then I'm taking down the site, because I'll take down the site, but I'll be back, because I'll be doing another chapter, part 2 of my life. But I'm trying to end this chapter of my story so I can mourn my mother and move on. I'm looking forward to going back to school. I'm looking forward to having a life. Maybe a few years I'll get married. I don't know. My main focus now is a clean apartment and peace, so I can mourn my mother and heal and forgive these evil people that's doing things to me, and go to school. Because I need that discipline again. I need a routine. I'm an ordered person. I think I said this on one of the videos. I'm an ordered person. I like things in order. I don't like disarray. Nobody does, but I've always been a disciplined person. Even at 5 years old, I've been disciplined. My mother 3. So I inherit that about getting things in order, because if you know where things are and what to do, it makes a situation a lot easier. Anyway, I'll let you know when I said for tomorrow, and if they do, I'll let you know. If they don't, I won't do no more videos until they do and things. And then I'm just giving you an update what happened. Nothing happened, no calls, nothing. It's like a game they're playing, and I got to play along. I have no choice. I don't have to even open the door tomorrow, but I have to. So that's the bottom line. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. It's January 4th after 4 o'clock. Hopefully that we can get this inspection made tomorrow. And if we do, I'll do a video before the end of the week. Have a good night. Be safe, and thank you. God bless for watching this, and I thank God that He's watching after me and giving me strength to continue with this fight, and which I don't want, but it is what it is. Thank you.